The serene village of Arogundad wakes up to an ordinary day. Mama Abike, a 90-year-old widow revered for her wisdom and kindness, begins her morning routine of tending her small garden and offering advice to villagers who come to her for guidance. Despite her age, Mama Abike carries a quiet strength, her wrinkled face often lighting up with a warm smile. Meanwhile, Olu, a spirited 16-year-old boy with big dreams of leaving the village to pursue a better life, spends his day helping his father on the farm. Olu frequently visits Mama Abike to hear her stories of the old days, finding her words a source of comfort and inspiration. One fateful evening, as the sun sets behind the hills, Mama Abike feels an unusual energy around her small hut. She experiences a vivid dream in which a glowing figure, a divine being, speaks to her. The figure tells her she has been chosen for a great purpose: to bring hope and transformation to the village. Mama Abike awakens with a start, feeling a strange warmth in her body that she hasn't felt in decades. The next morning, whispers spread through the village. Mama Abike, usually reserved and calm, visits the village healer, Baba Adiwale, with an unusual request for herbs. She shares her dream and her growing suspicion of an unexplainable change in her body. Baba Adiwale, perplexed but unwilling to question her instincts, performs a series of checks. To his astonishment, he discovers signs of pregnancy. Disbelief and shock ripple through the small room. The news spreads like wildfire. Villagers gather in clusters, their faces painted with confusion, fear, and amazement. While some call it a miracle, others whisper of witchcraft. Mama Abike, calm amidst the storm of rumors, confides in Olu. She tells him about the dream and the divine being's message. Olu is torn between fear and wonder but promises to stand by her. As dawn breaks over Arogundad, the village is alive with speculation. Mama Abike's pregnancy becomes the center of every conversation, dividing the villagers into believers and skeptics. Some declare it a divine miracle, while others accuse her of witchcraft or deception. The village chief, Baba Olorun, calls a council meeting to address the growing unrest, but even he is unsure of what to believe. Mama Abike continues her routine, walking through the village with quiet dignity, though the whispers and pointed stares follow her everywhere. Olu visits her frequently, bringing food and helping with chores. Despite his loyalty, he struggles with the weight of the situation, especially when his friends mock him, suggesting he must be involved. The rumors escalate, with some villagers accusing Olu of being cursed for associating with Mama Abike. Meanwhile, Baba Adewale, the village healer, grows increasingly concerned. He revisits his findings, convinced that the pregnancy is genuine but beyond natural explanation. He consults an old, weathered book of prophecies handed down by his ancestors. One passage stands out. When the barren one bears fruit, the winds of change will sweep the land. The healer begins to suspect that Mama Abike's condition is tied to a greater destiny for the village. Amid the growing tension, Mama Abike has another vivid dream. The glowing figure reappears, warning her of challenges ahead. "You will face doubt, ridicule, and fear," it says. "But your strength will guide you. These children are not yours alone. They belong to the world." Mama Abike wakes with renewed determination, though she keeps the dream to herself. The situation reaches a boiling point when a group of angry villagers confront Mama Abike outside her hut. They demand answers, accusing her of bringing shame and misfortune to the village. Olu, arriving just in time, steps between her and the mob, defending her with unexpected courage. His words, filled with passion and respect for Mama Abike, begin to sow doubt in the hearts of some villagers. However, the confrontation leaves Mama Abike shaken. That night, Olu sits with Mama Abike on her porch, sharing his fears and frustrations. She reassures him, telling him that the truth will reveal itself in time. As they talk, The faint glow in her stomach returns, stronger than before. Both stare in awe, the light illuminating the darkness around them. Baba Adewale arriving at Mama Abik's hut under the cover of night. He carries the prophecy book and a grim expression. "Mama Abik," he says, "I believe I know what this means. But we must act quickly, the village's fate depends on it." The episode opens with Baba Adewale sitting with Mama Abike and Olu in the dimly lit hut, the prophecy book spread open before them. He explains the ancient passage. When the barren one bears fruit, the winds of change will sweep the land. From her will come the 9 lights, each destined to illuminate a path for humanity. Mama Abike and Olu listen intently as he emphasizes the significance of her children, describing them as symbols of hope and transformation. However, Baba Adewale warns that such blessings often come with great trials. Meanwhile, outside the hut, tension in the village escalates. Some villagers, led by the ambitious and skeptical merchant Adigun, demand that Baba Olorin take action. They claim Mama Abike's pregnancy is unnatural and a sign of a curse that will bring ruin. Adigun, eyeing the chief's position, uses the situation to sow division, convincing others that Mama Abik must be exiled. Baba Olorin, though conflicted, decides to visit Mama Abik to seek the truth himself. Accompanied by a few elders, he arrives at her hut just as Baba Adewale concludes his explanation. The elders, wary but respectful, question Mama Abik about her pregnancy and the glowing light they've heard about. Mama Abik, with calm determination, tells them of her dreams and the divine figure's message. The chief, visibly moved, struggles to balance his faith with the mounting pressure from the villagers. Later that night, Olu faces his own struggles. His friends mock him mercilessly, claiming he must be cursed for staying close to Mama Abik. Even his own family questions why he remains loyal to her. Olu finds himself torn between defending her and the temptation to step away from the chaos. The turning point comes when Mama Abik has a sudden, sharp pain in her stomach, sending Olu rushing to fetch Baba Adewale. The healer arrives quickly, along with a small group of curious villagers who gather outside the hut. As Baba Adewale examines her, the glowing light from her stomach intensifies, spilling out through the hut's windows and bathing the onlookers in an ethereal glow. Mama Abik confined to her hut as her pregnancy progresses at an unusual pace. Baba Adewale, now her closest confidant, continues to monitor her condition, noting how the glow in her stomach grows brighter with each passing day. Meanwhile, Olu takes on the role of her protector, keeping watch outside her hut and fending off prying villagers. Despite the tension, a few curious villagers, moved by what they witnessed, begin leaving offerings of food and gifts at her door, unsure whether out of. Back at Mama Abik's hut, she experiences another vivid dream. This time, the divine figure shows her 9 lights, each radiating unique colors and forming a protective circle around her. "They are coming," the figure says. "Their gifts will challenge the world's understanding of power, love, and faith. But beware, darkness will seek to claim them." Mama Abika wakes with a mix of awe and foreboding, determined to protect her children no matter the cost. Later, Olu overhears Adigun rallying a small group of villagers to confront Mama Abike. He rushes back to warn her, but before he arrives, Mama Abik begins to go into labor. Baba Adewale, already by her side, realizes the birth is imminent. The glowing light from her stomach pulses rhythmically, growing so intense that it illuminates the entire hut and spills out into the night. As the villagers gather outside, drawn by the light, Adigun's group arrives with torches and weapons. They demand to be let in, accusing Mama Abik of summoning a curse. Baba Olorin arrives just in time to stop the mob, ordering them to lay down their weapons. "Whatever happens here is the will of the gods," he declares, his voice steady and firm. Inside the hut, Mama Abike gives birth to the first set of twins, a boy and a girl. The moment they are born, the light shifts, splitting into two beams that radiate from the children. The boy's beam glows gold, warm and steady, while the girl's beam shines silver, cool and serene. Baba Adewale, overwhelmed with emotion, whispers, "The prophecy has begun." The villagers outside witnessed the beams of light piercing through the roof of the hut, casting their surroundings in an otherworldly glow. Many fall to their knees, crying and praying. Even Adigan is momentarily stunned, though he quickly recovers and insists it's a trick. Mama Abike cradling the two glowing infants, her face a mixture of exhaustion and joy. Baba Adewale steps outside to address the crowd, his voice steady. "This is no curse. It is a miracle, a gift. And we must protect it." The villagers stare in awe as the beams of light slowly fade, leaving an eerie silence that hints at both hope and the challenges yet to come. Mama Abike's hut, now home to 4 miraculous children, Ayodele, Folashade, and the newly born twins, Adekunle and Adebimpe. The vibrant red and green glows from the newest twins have inspired some villagers to believe in the divine nature of the children, but others remain skeptical, stirred by Adigan's persistent claims of a curse. The once peaceful village of Aragundade is now a tense battleground between faith and fear. Mama Abike begins to notice the children's extraordinary abilities. Ayodele, with his golden glow, instinctively protects his siblings, demonstrating uncanny strength for his age. Folashade's calming aura soothes even the most agitated hearts, including frightened animals. Adekunle's red glow seems to invigorate crops, while Adebimpe's green aura causes flowers to bloom wherever she steps. These gifts bring joy and hope to Mama Abike, Olu, and Baba Adewale, but they also draw unwanted attention. Meanwhile, Adigan plots his next move. He travels to a neighboring village known for its fierce warriors, seeking to enlist their help in removing Mama Abike and her children. He spreads lies, claiming the children are harbingers of destruction who will curse the land if left unchecked. The warriors, intrigued by the promise of wealth and power, agree to help Adigan in exchange for a share of the spoils. Back in Aragundade, Mama Abike experiences another vision. The divine figure warns her of an imminent threat and urges her to prepare to defend her children. The light must endure. The figure says, "Only through unity will you overcome the darkness." Mama Abike shares this vision with Baba Adewale, who calls on Baba Oloran and the village elders to devise a plan. As night falls, Adigun and the warriors from the neighboring village approach Aragundade, armed and ready to attack. Olu and a few brave villagers, including Baba Olarun, stand guard at Mama Abike's hut. Inside, Mama Abike gathers her children and prays for strength. The children's combined glows intensify, creating a dome of light that seems to protect the hut. The climactic moment comes as the warriors charge toward the hut. Olu, despite his youth, stands fearlessly in their path, using his quick thinking and agility to hold them off. Baba Oloron and other villagers join the fight, inspired by Olu's courage. Inside the hut, Mama Abike sings a lullaby, calming the children and strengthening their glow. The dome of light grows brighter, pushing back the attackers. Just as the battle reaches its peak, the divine figure appears before Mama Abike and her children, visible only to them. Now is the time to reveal their purpose, the figure says. The children, guided by an unseen force, step out of the hut and face the attackers. Their combined glow overwhelms the warriors, who drop weapons and flee in fear. The villagers, witnessing this miraculous event, fall to their knees in awe. Adigan standing alone, defeated and consumed by his own bitterness. Mama Abike addresses the villagers, her voice filled with both strength and compassion. These children are a gift, not a curse. Their light is meant to guide us, not divide us. Let us protect them, for they will protect us in return. The villagers, moved by her words, and the children's bravery, pledge to stand united. The village of Arogundade is seen glowing under the light of the children, their miraculous presence now embraced by most. However, a shadow lingers in the distance, hinting that the trials for Mama Abike and her children are far from over. Arogundade in a rare moment of unity. Mama Abike's miraculous children have gained the village's protection and admiration. Ayodele, Folashade, Adekunle, and Adebimpe continue to grow, each displaying unique talents that benefit the community. Ayodele strengthens village defenses, Folashade mediates conflicts, Adekuna revitalizes dying crops, and Adebimpe encourages lush growth in barren lands. Despite their young age, the children inspire hope and awe among the people. However, not all is well. Adigan, seething with bitterness after his failed attack, retreats into the forest to seek vengeance. There, he encounters an enigmatic figure shrouded in darkness, an ancient spirit banished long ago for spreading chaos. The spirit offers Adigan power in exchange for his loyalty, promising to rid Arogundade of the light that threatens its dominion. Blinded by hatred, Adigan agrees, unaware of the full extent of the spirit's malevolent intent. Meanwhile, Mama Abike has another vision. This time, the divine figure reveals that the light of her children is meant to spread beyond Arogundade, uniting neighboring villages and healing old divisions. However, the vision is interrupted by a shadowy presence, a warning of the ancient spirit's return. The figure tells Mama Abike that the ultimate test is near, and that she must prepare her children for the darkness ahead. Back in the village, the children begin sensing the growing threat. Ayodele feels a strange unease, as though something is watching them. Folashade experiences vivid dreams of a dark force trying to extinguish their light. Adekunle and Adebimpe notice that their abilities are less effective near the forest's edge, as if the land itself is resisting them. Mama Abike, recognizing these signs, gathers Baba Adewale, Olu, and Baba Olorun to strategize. The villagers, too, begin to sense the shift. Crops near the forest wither, despite Adekunle's touch, and livestock grow restless at night. Fear creeps back into the hearts of some, who worry that the children's gifts may not be enough to protect them. Adigan uses this fear to sow doubt, his newfound power allowing him to manipulate weak minds. A small group of villagers, under his influence, begins questioning Mama Abike's leadership again. One fateful evening, the ancient spirit reveals itself at the edge of the village, taking the form of a massive, shadowy beast. It commands the villagers to hand over the children, threatening destruction if they refuse. Panic spreads, but Mama Abike stands firm, addressing the spirit directly. These children are not yours to claim. Their light is stronger than your darkness. The spirit challenges her claim, releasing a wave of shadow that engulfs part of the village. Buildings collapse, crops are scorched, and the villagers scatter in fear. The children, however, step forward, their combined light pushing back the darkness momentarily. The spirit recoils but does not retreat, promising to return stronger. Mama Abike and the children standing in the center of the damaged village. The people gather around them, shaken but determined. "We must stand together," Mama Abike declares. "This darkness will not consume us as long as we remain united." The villagers nod in agreement, and Olu tightens his grip on a makeshift weapon, ready to defend his surrogate family. The village begins to rebuild under the children's glow, while the dark figure of Adigan looms in the distance, consumed by the ancient spirit's power and ready for the final confrontation. The village of Arogundade on edge. The ancient spirit, now fully bonded with Adigan, looms in the forest, gathering strength for one last attack. Its shadowy presence spreads fear and doubt. But Mama Abike's children Ayodele, Folashade, Adekunle, and Adebimpe stand firm, their glowing auras bright, even in the face of impending darkness. Mama Abike rallies the villagers, urging them to remain united. Light is strongest when shared, she tells them, her voice steady and full of hope. As night falls, the spirit launches its final assault. A massive shadowy wave sweeps toward the village, consuming everything in its path. Adigun, now unrecognizable, leads the attack, his voice twisted with hatred as he blames the villagers for his downfall. You chose them over me, he roars. Now you will pay the price. The villagers, led by Olu, Baba Adewale, and Baba Olorin, form a protective circle around Mama Abike and the children. The children step forward, their glows intensifying as they combine their unique gifts. Ayodele's golden courage shields the villagers, Folashade's silver wisdom calms their fears, Adekonal's red vitality strengthens their resolve, and Adabimpe's green harmony begins to heal the land. As the battle rages, Mama Abike steps forward, facing Adigun and the spirit. She speaks directly to Adigun, reminding him of the person he once was, someone who cared for the village, who sought to lead with ambition and strength. Her words strike a chord, and for a brief moment, Adigun hesitates, his humanity flickering through the darkness. The divine figure appears once more, this time visible to all. It urges the villagers to join hands, spreading their faith and unity through the children's light. Inspired, the villagers form a human chain, their combined energy amplifying the children's glow. The light becomes a blinding beam, piercing through the shadow and banishing the spirit once and for all. Adigun, freed from the spirit's grip, collapses to the ground, broken and remorseful. The villagers gather around him, not with anger but with compassion. Baba Olarun helps him to his feet, saying, "You have a chance to make amends. Do not waste it." With the spirit defeated, the village begins to heal. The crops flourish, the livestock return to peace, and the villagers work together to rebuild what was lost. The children's light continues to guide them, not as a miraculous force but as a reminder of the strength found in unity and love. Months later, the village is thriving. Mama Abike's hut has become a place of hope, where people come to learn from her wisdom and the children's light. Adigun, now a humble farmer, works alongside the villagers, quietly atoning for his actions. Olu, having proven his courage and loyalty, is hailed as a hero and continues to support Mama Abike and the children. As the sun sets over Aragundade, Mama Abike gathers the villagers for a feast, celebrating their resilience and unity. She addresses them with her final words of wisdom. Darkness is inevitable, but it is not invincible. When we stand together, our light can overcome any shadow. Remember, true strength lies in love, forgiveness, and unity. Moral lesson. This story teaches us that unity and compassion are the strongest forces against adversity. Even when faced with fear and doubt, standing together and believing in the light within each of us can overcome any darkness. Forgiveness, humility, and love are powerful tools to rebuild and transform lives. Thank you for watching The Miracle of Mama Abike. If you enjoyed this story and its lessons, please like, share, and subscribe to Camtoon for more inspiring African tales. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. What did you learn from Mama Abike's journey? Let us know in the comments below. Together, let's spread light and positivity to the world.